And if you are sulking after that win last night, the good news is at least we have the dry weather. So you know I'm always going to find the positive, and my positive is that we have dry conditions and we're not having to deal with a rainy weekend forecast for what seems like the first time in quite some time. Taking a look at our Wade's RV weather camera network right now as we look at our tower camera looking back towards downtown Tulsa, you can see things are dry. We have a decent amount of sunshine out there. There's a little bit of shaking to that camera just because of those winds. They are going to stay out of the south today at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, just depending on the time of day. Temperatures are in the 80s and 90s right now. 88 in Tahlequah, that's one of our cooler spots. 91 in Stigler right now, 90 Bristow, and even 91 up in Coffeyville, Kansas. And temperatures are only going to get a little bit warmer as we go from here. I'm expecting us to top out in the mid 90s today, but those feel like temperatures, or the heat index values, are actually going to be closer to 105. So this is definitely that summertime heat. For the first official day of summer, we're definitely dealing with that summertime heat. So if you are going to spend some time outside, do not forget the sunscreen. I cannot stress that enough, that because we have all of this sunshine, we haven't really been able to spend a lot of time outside yet this summer. A lot of us aren't prepared, not only for the heat, but we're also not prepared for the sunshine. So that pool forecast looks nice, 95 by 5 o'clock. But remember, put the sunscreen on and reapply it every 20 to 30 minutes just because of how much sun we are going to be seeing. As we go through today, I am expecting a lot of that cloud coverage that we do have to start to clear out. And as we go into tonight, we'll have those clear skies. Going into our Saturday morning, here we are, 6:30. This is when I typically would start to track some storm chances coming in, especially for our weekends. But that's not the case. Instead, I am looking at those dry conditions, lots of sunshine for us. We'll see a few clouds through the afternoon, but as I continue to push this into motion through Saturday, staying nice and dry, even into Sunday morning, looking at those dry conditions. So if you need to get some yard work done, if you can do it before it gets too hot each day, the good news is you will be able to do it. I have a yellow light in because of the heat, but I am looking at dry conditions. The other big thing I'm keeping a close eye on in our super 7-day forecast is that UV index, pushing to an 11 today, which actually pushes into that extreme category, meaning it's only going to take about 10 minutes to burn if you are outside without sunscreen. This is going to be the big thing as we go through the weekend, is this heat and humidity with those heat index values, but also that UV index. So if you have to do any yard work as we go through the weekend, first thing in the morning or later in the evening, just because of those warm conditions. But I am keeping temperatures in the 90s as we go through the weekend. Coming up in the next half hour, I'm breaking down more about what I'm looking at with that super 10-day forecast and when we could see some rain chances again.